Okay, can you all hear me? Online students, do you have any questions from last session? Okay,
No, ma'am.
okay. So in the last session, we have seen how to write the basic HTML page and how to save it and how to execute it with the default browser, right? So we have seen about that, and we also have seen about what are the basic tags we have. Like, what are the basic tags we have? HTML, title, head, body. These are the main tags in the basic. And also along with that, we have heading tags which are from H1 to H6. And after the heading tags and all, we have seen about the presentation tags. So the presentation tags we have like what? Bold, italic, mark, underline tag, emphasize, like we have something called mark, subscript, superscript. These are all. Okay, so these are all what tags? Like presentation tags. So along with this, we also have font tag. We'll see that little later, where we can provide different styles to the text. Okay, and along with this, we also have some tags like strong tag, which is similar to the bold tag. So both bold tag and strong tag both are used for displaying the text in the thicker format. But strong text indicates that the text is important. The text is what? Important. Means for viewing purpose, both look same. If you are giving any text between the strong tag, open and close strong tag, it will be looking same as bold. Whatever you write. Suppose you are writing hello between the bold tag. Okay, it will be displayed in thick. Again, same thing, if you're displaying hello in between the strong open and close tag, it will also display in the same way. There is nothing difference in the viewing purpose, but internally the browser will consider this hello text as what? Important text. Okay, strong means what? Along with making it bold, it tells the browser that the text is very important. But bold means it will just display, it will not convey any message to the browser. So that is the difference between strong and bold tag. Okay, so like this we have one difference, strong tag and bold tag. Clear? So, and also we have seen about inline and block level elements. So what is the difference between inline and block level? We have seen some heading tags, and normally we have seen another tags also, where like we are coming in new line. So block level tags means whenever we type the text, it will automatically come into new line. Yes or no? For the bold, italic and underline, did we get in new line? No, we got in the same line all the output. But to come into the new line, what we did? Break tag. So, if inline tags means what? They will display the text within the same line. Block level nature is that every time you write the tag, it starts with new line that we have seen. But how to make the inline tags come into the new line? We will use break tag. So break tag is one of the tag which doesn't have specially closing. The single tag will work as open and close. But remaining all, we have so many other tags also which do not have closing. But among that, break is one of the tag which do not have separate closing. That tag itself will have open and close, like BR. You can write like this, or you can also write like this. Both are same. Okay, which is used for open and closing to come into the new line. To come into new line. Clear? Everyone? So these things we have discussed in the last session. Okay. And also one more thing, how to write the comments in the HTML means if you want to represent any comment, Means comments means what? Those are not executable. Suppose you are writing here break tag or any other tags, but you want it when you see that program again, you have to understand, okay, why I am using strong tag here, why I am using bold tag here. You want to make a note, because after 1 month also, if you see that example, okay, strong tag is used here because we want as important. So if you want to make a small note why you are using that tag or any information about the tag, you can write in comment. Comments are not executable. Comments are what? Not executable. They are displayed just for our understanding purpose. So how to write the comment in HTML? Angle bracket, exclamatory symbol, two dashes, and again you will write here. Okay, suppose here you want to write like strong is used for important text, so you can write here like strong tag is used to tell browser it is important. You want to give this message, so that you can write between what? These two brackets. Understood? So this is how to represent the comment. Two dashes, exclamatory symbol, angle bracket. Whatever write in between these two, it will be considered as what? Comment. It won't display on the screen. It is not executable also. Just it is for our understanding purpose. Next time when we open that document, by seeing that message, okay, this is used for that purpose, we'll get one knowledge. And we can use it in every program in the beginning. Suppose you are writing an example on presentation tags, you can give that, okay, by seeing that it you will understand for your purpose. Okay, understood? So this is a syntax that you have to follow for displaying what? Comments. Okay, this is the syntax. If you want, you can make a note important points. So this is the syntax, and we are going to write this as one example for the comment. Clear? Online students, if you have any doubts, please let me know. Okay, so now let us see about the next type of tags. That is, we are going to see today about what? Lists. So what are those? List. So here we will be seeing how to display the list. Means if you want to display some items that you are having, maybe if you want to display some set of topics in a particular full stack, suppose in full stack of UI or anything, you have some modules, right? Module wise you want to display something as a list, or what are your curriculum subjects, whatever it is. Whenever you want to display some list of items, you will be using in HTML the list tag. What is that? List tag, which is used to display list of elements. Display what? List of elements. So what are these list of elements we have? We have different types of lists of elements. One is ordered list. What is that? Ordered list. And second one is like unordered list. Ordered list means what? You will be having some numbering or any alphabetical order. By seeing itself, okay, if you are giving numbering to the list of items, you can identify total how many elements are there easily. But if you in unordered list, you will in MS Word or something, you will see, right, dot, arrow mark, something like bullets, different styles. Those are called the list of items. See now here, these are list, right? This is unordered list. Suppose you can see here, if you want to insert anything to the list, these are the list of items. Suppose I am selecting this, and I'm using the list of items as 1 2 3. Now by seeing this, I can see how many tags, how many items are there, how many are there? 10. But if you are giving here dots or any other style, can we identify how many elements are there? We have to count it, no? So that is the difference between ordered list and unordered list. So ordered list will have by default with what? Numbering. Unordered list will be having something called dot. Okay, that is a main difference. So now how we are representing this tag, ordered list or unordered list. So first we are going to see ordered list. Ordered list tag starts with what? OL. What is that? OL. OL stands for ordered list. And this is the parent tag. OL stands for ordered list. Okay, this is the first parent tag, and it has some child tag, that is a list of items. Li stands for what? List of items. Okay, means either it is ordered list or unordered list, the list of items are represented with which tag? Li. So now how we are going to write this? Every tag will have open and close, right? Totally you have to write OL as your parent and close the OL. In between you will be writing the list of items. How means I'm writing this Li. Suppose I'm writing about the HTML UI modules, something like HTML. Close the Li. This means what? In ordered list, Li is the first item. Li is the first item. And again I'm writing one more list of tag Li, and here I'm going to write like HTML and then what? CSS and then Li tag. Again you are writing the Li tag here, and here you are going to write like JavaScript, and then you are closing what? Li tag, and then finally close what? OL. Means in list how many elements, how many you want the list of items, you can write that number of Li items, and finally you are done. Then you can close this OL. Clear everyone? So this is what kind of list? Ordered list. So now let us write this example. Okay, so I will open, we can write in notepad, no? So we have already written. Okay, anyway I will show the process. You have to go to search, select the notepad, and then it will be open like this, and then we have to write the code. So first start with our root element, that is what? HTML. So HTML, you have to start with angle bracket HTML, and then body tag if you want. Okay, if you want any title or head tag, you can use it. In the body tag, in h2 heading, I am writing like ordered list. What is that? Ordered list. And then close the h2 heading. Got it? And in the, now let us start the ordered list OL. What is that? OL. And in this OL, I'm going to write the list of items. So the list of items, I'm going to write like Li, and I'm writing like, as I said, HTML, Li. And then again next list of item Li, CSS, again the list of item Li, and again Li, and then I'm going to write like JavaScript, and then close the Li. Like this we are writing, and then finally close what? OL. Understood? So like this we are writing Li, HTML, CSS, and then what? JavaScript. And then finally you have to close what? Body, and then you have to close HTML. So like this you have to do, right? We opened the HTML, closed. Whatever tags you are writing, you should be writing inside the body tag only. That should be displayed on the browser content of the page. So now we are structuring with ordered list. Now how we have to save it? Go to the file, save as, and you have to choose the location where you want to, and then here you have to give. Okay, any questions? Yes, I will teach VS Code also, but initially మనకు బేసిక్ ఎట్లా సేవ్ రన్ చేయాలని చూడాలి. సో ఫ్యూ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఐ విల్ టెల్ ఇన్ నోట్ ప్యాడ్. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ ఐ చూస్ విజువల్ కోడ్, ఎందుకంటే విజువల్ కోడ్లో చేసేటప్పుడు మనకు అన్ని చూపించేస్తుంది ఏం సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి ఏంటి అని. సో ఇనీషియల్గా మనం ఇట్లా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తే కొంచెం మనకు కోడింగ్ కాస్త వస్తుందని ఐ విల్ బెటర్ యూజ్ దిస్ ఫస్ట్. Later we can use Visual Studio. I'll tell that also anyway. So now we have to save this. So how to save? Give the name. This is on list, no? So I'm giving like ordered list lt dot html. So save with what? dot html. You have to go to the place where we have saved. So go to the file, sorry, c d drive, and we have saved under Likita folder, and here html6, and there I have given the name like ordered list, correct? Double click on that, it is opening with the browser. Okay, one second. Why the second list of item is empty? I did not close this. Okay, save this, and then again go back to the browser, refresh it. We got, and also there is one more small li. Okay, this bracket additional was there. Okay, see, I did not give numbers, right? But as soon as you write between OL, by default it will choose what? Numbers. By default it will choose numbers. So now, instead of numbers, if you want to use any other thing like alphabets, Roman numbers, you can also use that. Okay, but how to use the numbering or any alphabets or anything, if you want, I told that there will be attributes, yes or no? For every, almost all the tags, you will be having what? Attributes to provide to it. In the same way, for the OL tag we have type attribute. What is that? Type attribute, which will help us to add some additional property to it. Okay, so in this type I will mention a, means what? It has to follow alphabetical order, a b c, and instead of a you can also use the Roman numbers, or you can use capital A, or you can use a small Roman numbers, or capital also, anything you can use, anything of this. So according to that it will change. By default, if you are writing in OL, it will choose numbering. But apart from numbering, if you want anything, then you have to specify this. Clear? So now in this example, we have given by default you are getting what? Numbers. Now let us try with some other thing. Here only in the same example, I closed. You can have any number of ordered list. Again I have opened one more ordered list, and here I'm going to write like in the list of item li. Now here I will be mentioning the type is equal to, I will be giving as what? A. And here I'm going to write like some list of items here, like core, and one more list of item. I have to close this li, and then again one more list of item li, and then I will be writing advanced, and then close the list of items, and then again you have to write li, and then here you have to write like framework, any list of item, and then close the li list of items. So when you're done with the list of items, then you have to close what? OL. Got it? This is the first list. This is what? Second list. So now we are going to save this and then go back to the browser. Since I did in the same example, I resaved and now I'm writing. Now what we got? A, B, and C, like that it will be changing. If you are giving I, it will be coming in the Roman numbers. Okay, same thing. I'm going to write here one more ordered list, see OL, and here I'm going to write the list of items. So li, here I'm going to mention like database, and then close the list of item. And here in the database, again you will be learning like SQL, and then close the list of item. And again you are writing one more list of item, that is PLSQL, and then close the list of item. And when you're done, you have to close with what? Slash OL. Clear? Save this. Now here I'm going to write the type attribute is equal to, in double quotes I'm writing like I. So let us, it will be choosing the capital Roman numbers. Again, save this. First time save it .html. Next time you can just say control plus s, or go to the file and say click on what, save, anything you use. Then again go back to the browser and just refresh it. So we are getting or not? Yes, these are all examples of which list? Ordered list. Ordered list. Clear everyone? అర్థమవుతుందండి? So like this we can create ordered list. Just OL, and then you will be writing what? LI items. So it will be displayed in LI. Okay. So like this you can write the ordered list of items. And here same thing, instead of OL we will be using what? UL. UL is used for what? Unordered list. Okay. So again, in ordered and unordered list we have nested lists also. What is that? Nested list means what? In one list we will be writing again one more list. Means here I have written some topics like HTML, CSS and JavaScript. In CSS I told there are sub items like what? Do you remember? Internal CSS, external CSS, and inline. Just I told the names, I did not explain anything. There are three types you are learning in CSS in three ways: internal, external, and inline. There are again modules. Yes or no? Again, when you're talking about JavaScript, you have in JavaScript, you'll be learning that as one module, but additionally, you have jQuery, JSON, like that, where you can add. So, when you are having again for one module, sub modules are there. Then you want what? Nested list. Yes or no? So, like that, whenever you are creating in one list, one more list, it is called as what? Nested list. Okay. So before that, first let us see unordered list also, then we will see the nested list. Okay. Ordered list clear andi? అర్థమైందా అందరికి? Is it clear everyone? Online students, is it clear about ordered list?
Ma'am,
Everyone? Yes, చెప్పండి. Someone, any doubts are there? Okay. Okay, so now unordered list I will be telling with the Visual Studio. I think some or most of you know Visual Studio, which I have explained, but yesterday I did not tell, right? Many people have joined, so I will tell you. So to execute the programs of HTML, you don't additionally require any software. That is for sure. But though some IDEs are available, some environments are available to execute much simpler, because in real time they are using in companies and all, you don't use notepad and write and execute, because it will take lot of time to develop some application. Means you will be writing so many pages of HTML code. It is difficult to write in notepad and combine and put it as one project. So for executing such applications we have something called Visual Studio Code. What is that? Visual Studio. So you have to download and install it. Okay, I already told in demo session, but once again I'll repeat that. See, you have to go to any Chrome or Google Chrome or whatever thing you have, go there, and then in the Google type Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. Okay, you can download. When you click that, you will be getting Visual Studio Code. Can you see everyone? So here you have to click on this link. Then it will ask you what is your operating system. What is your operating system? Then you have to click on like Windows, if it is Windows, or if it is like any Linux or Mac OS, whatever operating system is there, you have to just click on that. Then it will be getting downloaded. Clear? So ఏం చేయాలి మీరు? You have to just go to the Google and type Visual Studio download. If you want, make a note. You have
is
to,
it licensed version, ma'am?
no, you can download it for free.
Okay, thank you. But can I use
Okay.
any other Eclipse or something rather using?
Yes, you can use it. So, but generally, Eclipse means there is some people are not completely friendly on that. That is used for some developing complete full stack application, something like on Java or Python or whatever it is. They use for more back end development of code there. So, Visual Studio will be much easier than Eclipse because it is specially for these front end pages. In future, when you are developing some application using React JS, we use Visual Studio only. Okay, front end you will be using React JS, and back end you will be using Java or Python. For that purpose you will be using some other IDEs like Eclipse or IntelliJ or NetBeans. So many IDs are there, but instead of using Eclipse for basic part of this, you can use Visual Studio Code. But if anyone is aware of Eclipse, you can use that also, no issue. Okay, but I'm using this because most of them use in companies also this for front end page of your application. Okay, download this, click on this, it will be getting downloaded, it will be available in your downloads. So it will be stored like this: VS, Visual Studio Code User Setup. Clear? When you double click on this, it will be getting installed. It won't take much longer time like any database or other IDEs. It will be quick, you can just install it. No issues also. Once it is installed, you can see one symbol like this on your screen. Okay, Visual Studio Code. If it is not seen also, you can just create shortcut on your desktop or open directly from where it is installed. Okay, so what you have to do, go to the Google, download Visual Studio Code, and just double click on that. The steps will come, you can install it, no problem. Okay, so once you install it, the screen will come like this, and you have to double click this to open, or right click and say open, then it will be opening the window like this. Okay, I'm just closing all. You will be having some empty window like this. Clear? So now we have saved under one folder all programs, right? Till now from beginning session what we did. Thus folder we can access from there here. Whatever programs till now we created, that folder can be accessed from Visual Studio. So how to access it? Go to the file. Since we already created, no? Go to the file, and here you have to click on open folder. What is that? Open folder. When you click on open folder, it will ask which folder you want to open. So we know in the D drive, like in a Likita folder. So I have created HTML6. Select this and then click on open. So now all our programs came here. Yes or no? Yes. If you want to create a new file, then also you can create. Can you see this plus symbol? This is for new file. And ma'am, I don't want this folder. I want to create a new folder. Then you click on this symbol. It will create what? New folder. Or you can go here and create file or new folder, whatever you want. You have options, same like Notepad how you did it. But what is the advantage? This is automatically configured with all your HTML code. In Notepad it won't give you any suggestions or closing tags. Here automatically suggestions will come because it is already developed, it has already all your library of HTML tags, so it will by default show you all the suggestions of your tags. Okay, that is one advantage with the Visual Studio Code. Then you can just create here new file. What you can create? New file. And now we have seen already ordered list. So now let us see unordered list dot html. Remember, in Notepad first we are writing code and we are saving it. Before only you can save it, but first you will be writing. But here first we will be saving. Create a new file, save this with the .html, then start writing code here. Okay, so what is same? HTML. But see, as soon as I close this, closing tag came automatically, you need not type it. And again, next to I am writing the body tag. Again body tag closing has come what? Automatically. So here we have this advantage, but I suggest in beginning first practice with Notepad. then use this. Okay, so after body tag, now I'm writing in h2 heading, unordered list, unordered list. Now, yeah, if I want this to be displayed in center of the page, what I have to do? Use attribute. What attribute? Align.
Align center. Align
Align.
center.
Align. We have to use the attribute of align. So here, see, as soon as we type, it shows suggestion align equal to center. Okay, it will by default put the double quotes automatically. Half of the code, or at least 20-30% of code, is suggested by the Visual Studio itself. So we are writing h2 heading, and then next I'm going to write ul. What is that? Ul stands for what? Unordered list. See, automatically the closing tag comes, and here in the unordered list I am mentioning what? List of items. List of items. Got it? So here you can write the list of items. Either it is ordered or unordered list. Li is common. Only the changing in OL or UL. Li అనేది common list of items. So here in the list of items, you will be mentioning your list of items, whatever you want to mention here. Okay. Suppose you are giving some appliances like television, TV, you are writing, and then some appliances available in any store or something, mobile, and then again list of item is like laptop. So whenever you type li, it will automatically close li. So TV, mobile, laptop, and then desktop. Like this, I have given some list of items. Now I am just saving this, and then how to run this, that is also important. No, there what we have done after saving in Notepad, go to that folder and then double click. But here you can run using the command here, file, you will be having run option here. You can directly click on what? Start debugging. That is a shortcut key also is there. What is that? F5. Without debugging also you can run with what? Control plus F5. You need not go to anywhere else and then double click. You can just simply press F5, and it will tell which browser you want. You can suggest that. We got the output. Clear? So now in unordered list, by default you are getting what? Dots. Clear? So like this, here also you have circle, dot, disc shape, something like diamond shape you will be getting. Before specifying anything, ordered list is getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unordered list will be getting this dots. Clear? So by default, if you are not specifying the type, if you are specifying the type, it will give you the type here. See, one unordered list came. Again, I am going to write a UL. Again, I will be writing one more unordered list here. And here I am going to write like LI, list of item. Then I will be writing like some list of items like car, and then one more list of item like bike, and then again one more list of item like bus, something. Three list of items I am writing, and here in the UL I am going to write like a type is equal to some disk or something, and then save this, and again go back to the browser. You can refresh it. Okay, it was coming with the same. We'll give some circle. Okay, we'll be getting. Okay, so like this you can put here what attribute? Type attribute. Clear everyone? So like this you will be using in unordered list. So what is the main difference we used here? UL. And in the type, if you want, you will specify whatever you want. Understood? So in Visual Studio, it is little easier to write the code and execute the code. So how to write the code? Here you will be having new file. Click on the new file, save with .html, write the code and press Ctrl F5 to run. Clear everyone? So how you have to write in the Visual Studio? So if you want to work with Visual Studio, what is the steps that you have to follow? I'm just mentioning here. Okay. First, you have to download and install it, the Visual Studio. First, download and install Visual Studio Code. And then after this, step 2, you have to open it. Okay, you can create, or you can open the folder that you have already created. So you have to go to the file and create a new folder, or if it is existing, go to the open folder and then select the folder, and then you can just create new file, save by file name, means you can give any file name dot html, and then to run it without debugging, you can just press F5 or control plus F5, or control plus F5. So this is the procedure to run. Okay, save, and then this is for what? For running your HTML page. So automatically it will open with what? Browser. Clear? అర్థమవుతుందా? Is it clear everyone? Online students, is it clear everyone? Did you understand, online students? Okay, any questions? So this is about Visual Studio Code. If you get confused, start practicing with Notepad. Slowly, every day I will be teaching in Visual Studio. No, you will be make use of it. If you have any doubt, you can also ask me again. I will explain tomorrow also the process of saving and running it. Okay, so here whatever programs till now we did yesterday, headings, everything was there. Whatever programs we wrote here from day one, all the programs I saved in this folder only. You can see, if you want to run this again, you have to just click Control F5, select the Chrome or whatever you want, it will be displayed. We wrote yesterday, no, H1 to H6. I have opened the same folder, so all those came here. You can just click on that and then you can run that. We have did on presentation also, underline mathematical formulas we have seen. So whatever we wrote, we can open here, and again you can just press here Control F5, select the browser, run. This is fine, we did yesterday. So like, this is how we have to use the Visual Studio. Clear everyone? So now we have seen ordered list and unordered list. Now what we want to see now, both in ordered and unordered list, they are nested lists. What are those? Nested list. So what do you mean by nested list? One list inside another list. One list inside another list. So how we have to write that? First you are, let us do with ordered list. In ordered list, you will writing li. As I said, we wrote in li html, we wrote and closed the list of item, and then again we wrote the list of item, and we wrote here css and closed the list of item. But here, as I said, css has again what? Three more modules: internal, external and inline. Again I want list of item, right? Before closing, this ol is closed here. Okay, here again I am opening one more ordered list, one more ordered list. Wherever you want again one more list, there you start again with ol or ul, whatever you want. Again in this ol, I am writing the list of items. Ol is just for telling the browser this is ordered, you give the number, but li will be the list of item. So again here I am writing internal css and close the list of item. Like this, again li list of item, external css, again close the li. Again I am writing li tag inline, What are these? We'll discuss later. I'm just writing the names. Li. Internal, external, and inline. So now I have to close this OL also. So I will be closing this OL. Okay, first completely is one ordered list. In that again, this is what subordered list for CSS. And after this, we have next list of item, that is JavaScript. We wrote no JavaScript. This is outside this list. If you observe, this is the first list of items, second, and this is what third. In the second, we wrote again this as what sub list. Clear all? So now let us create this in the Visual Studio and run it and see how it is getting executed. So this is example of what nested ordered list. Clear everyone? So let us see the coding part. Go to the Visual Studio. Now create one new file. Now I'm writing like a nested ordered list dot html. Remember, throughout our complete front end we have to save it dot html only mostly. Okay, again here I'm going to write the code now. So here I'm writing first one HTML, and then here inside I'm going to write the body tag, and inside the body tag we are going to write like I'm writing in H2 heading. You can use anything H1, H2, H3, H6, anything. Nested ordered list as a heading, and you can give alignment also if you want. Align equal to in double quotes. If I'm giving, you can give right also, no problem. And then I'm writing here OL, the list of items, and in this OL I'm going to write Li. In this HTML, and again list of item CSS, and again list of item JavaScript. So this is the three we wrote normally, and we done. Now here in the CSS again I want one more ordered list like OL. Close this here. In this I'm going to mention the list of items Li, and here I'm going to write like internal, and again one more list of item external, and one more list of item inline. So these are the three types we wrote. I did not mention the type also. So now but I wrote nested list. See how it is going to come in the nested list. So this is closed here. So this is the internal and this is external. We wrote the list. So now let us save this. After making modifications, here also we have to again say Control plus yes to resave it, because we made some modifications. No, then press F5 for executing it. Select the Chrome and see the list of items we have. One, again two, and again we are getting in that what one, two, and three. Got it? So the automatic, the indentation is done automatically. I did not give any indentation. If you are see, everything is present normally. If you are writing this list of items here also, everything in the same line also, since you are writing as a sub list, nested list, it will automatically take those indentation, means the space. What is that? The space to indicate the difference. Otherwise, if everything is in same line, we cannot know it as a sub list. No, sub modules we cannot know. So HTML is one module, CSS is one module, JavaScript is one module. Again in CSS we have how many? Three modules: internal, external, and inline. Clear now? So this is an example of what nested ordered list. All of you, did you understand?
Madam,
Yes.
sub
Okay.
sub list లో 1 2 3 కాకుండా సర్కిల్స్ పెట్టొచ్చు.
Yes, I will tell that also. See, first we will be learning nested ordered list and nested unordered list. Then later we can combine both. That means what? In ordered list, you can combine unordered list. In unordered list, you can combine again what? Ordered list. Both are possible. Clear? Both combinations also we can do. Now here ordered list is there. I have not given any type attribute. Here I am giving the type attribute. Type is equal to, I am giving what? A. You can give small a or capital A also, no problem. Now see how the output will change. Save this and then again run. What we got? A, B, C. Okay. And as you asked here, in this type, I am giving like circle. What I'm giving? Circle. Circle is the attribute value for what? Unordered list. So here you have to mention what? UL. What is that? UL. So in ordered list, we are making what? Unordered list. Save this. Go back to the browser. Refresh. Did we get? Yes. So you can combine both ordered and unordered also. If you don't mention anything, you just wrote OL. By default, it will be coming the numbering. But if you want, you have to specify what? Type attribute. So you can combine both ordered as well as unordered also. Okay, this is outer list is what? Ordered list. So you are getting numbering. Inner list I have used as what? UL, unordered, and I have given type as what? Circle. You can do in reverse also. In UL you can write OL also, no problem. Both are possible. Clear everyone? I will be sharing this example in the chat box also, so all of you can just check it once if you want. I shared the coding in the chat box. Okay, I will be writing now one more unordered nested list. Here I will be changing with OL because this is ordered nested list. I will be creating now one unordered nested list. Okay, just see all of you. So here I am creating now unordered nested list. So I am creating nested UL dot html. Give proper names because by seeing name I can understand this is nested ordered, this is what? Nested unordered. Don't give random names because see now only there are so many examples. By the time we complete html we will be having so many, so it will be confused for you to check and practice. So give proper names. So here we are writing what? HTML, and then what we have to write? Body tag. And inside the body tag, I'm just giving in H3 heading like a nested unordered list. Okay, this is the heading. If you see the previous output, I think it was gone. It is displayed to the right side if we have given alignment to the right. And here I am writing the UL for unordered list, and here I am mentioning the list of items. So li, you will be writing the list of items, and in this list of items you can mention anything. So you will be having like core, and then again one more list of item I'm writing like advance, and again I'm going to write like in list of items that is like frameworks. So these are the three list of items for the unordered list. Okay, so again in the advance or the core you may have subtopics. Understood? Yes or no? In the framework, let us say you are having subtopics. There need not be always in the middle. For any module you can have submodules, right? So now here in this list of items, again I want one more, so I will be starting what? UL again. In this UL unordered list I'm going to write what? Li. So in the frameworks you will be learning about, let us say, Angular, and again I'm going to write in Li like React JS. Angular and what? React JS. So these are the unordered list items. Now I'm going to save this and then execute. We got it? By default, first one is circle. Again, for the frameworks, what we have? Angular and React. So they came in the circle. If you want, you can specify the type attribute, or by default, you will be getting this. Clear? So you not only for one. Again, if you want some any subtopics here in the advanced also, you want to mention some, again one more unordered list. Here also same thing. Wherever you want, start UL and there start writing what? Li list of items. Understood? So in this advanced topics you may have some concepts of in the advanced, like I'm writing simply some topics JDBC, and then again I'm writing the list of items like servlets, and then again one more list of item like what? JSP. Clear? For anything you can have submodules. Now let us save this, go back to the browser, and then refresh it. Can you see sublist? For wherever you want the sub list of items, you can create there. This is what? Nested unordered list. First practice normal ordered list and unordered list, then start doing this nested list. Otherwise you will get confused. Clear? Starting you will get mistakes, don't worry, keep on changing. Suppose if I miss somewhere any coding or any UL, if I miss closing, you will be getting error. So or not properly the output may come. Again you will be rectifying it and you will be nothing to worry. So you can do the same thing. So now it is not properly arranged. Why? I did not close the UL here, so that is the reason I'm getting the error. Clear all? Uh, Everyone? Any doubts are there, online students, about ordered list and unordered list? Tomorrow, once again, we will see some examples on unordered lists to have the clarity. Just practice till ordered and unordered list. Nested list you can do little later. First, you practice list and ordered list and unordered list. Still, we have one more type of list, glossary list also. That we will see little later, tomorrow session. Okay, now I will show you one output. You have to write the code for it, like how we have seen now. Okay, now I will show here. Okay, we have still some examples. See, listen. Can you see this output, everyone? So this is the output. If you want, you can take the screenshot or photo. Try to create the write the code for this program. Okay, so if not this, just create ordered list and unordered list separately. But those who can try this also. Like you have to create unordered list in that nested unordered list, and this is what? Ordered. In unordered we have what? Ordered. By seeing this output, try to write the code. If you want, you can take screenshot or photo, or you can note it down and try writing code for it for by tomorrow. Online students, you can take the screenshot so that you can try for next session. And today mostly I will ask them to share the notes for you also, so that you can practice it and then try. So anyone from online, if you did not understand or if it is confused anything, you can please let me know. Anyone, is it clear everyone, today's session? Do you have any questions? Nested list, if anyone is having doubt, we will discuss again tomorrow. Don't worry. We will take few more examples and create nested, ordered, and unordered. Okay. But meanwhile, just try this. And one more small information, I think enrollment procedure has been started. Those who have joined newly, try to enroll as early as possible within 2 days or 3 days. Okay. Done taking everyone has took the code screenshot. Okay, we have a few minutes time. Anyone, if you have any questions, doubt in today's or yesterday's previous sessions, you can please ask me. Any questions regarding the modules or course or anything, you can use. Visual Studio also, if you are not able to follow today, first time if you are listening, don't worry. Tomorrow again I will teach the process. Mean the time, try to practice in Notepad. If you Visual Studio is confusing for you for creating folders and everything, try to practice in Notepad. After that, day by day, every day I will be using Visual Studio, no, you will be knowing it. Okay. Or bring your laptop, those who are coming for offline, I will help you in installing and setting up everything. Okay. Yes. Okay, then we will continue in next session.